Yo, coronavirus survivors, what is going on? I hope you're all doing well. I wanted to raise something that's been on my mind a lot lately. I think it's been on all of your minds, and that is just the looming humanitarian crisis we are hurtling towards as a society right now. It's happening everywhere, I understand that, but I think no more so than in developing countries, Africa, and right here at home in South Africa, where our history of colonialism and apartheid have essentially left us with one of the most unequal societies in the world. And this lockdown has essentially triggered what is becoming the biggest food crisis we've ever had, where people living on the breadline before and just surviving in the best of times are now struggling just to get food on their plates every day. We're also heading into winter, and it is about to get so much worse so quickly. And so I've been racking my brain, as so many of you I think have, how to help, how to action this community. And I knew before I brought you anything, I needed to kind of have three things organized. Firstly, that we were partnered with the right NGOs and organizations already doing the good work on the ground, of which there are many. I've been phoning so many of them, and just to make sure we can bring capacity to what's already existing. Secondly, as far as if we're going to be fundraising for food, I wanted to make sure we weren't just getting all those supplies from the retailers where there's already extra retail prices. And so I've spent a lot of time sourcing a food network where I've spoken to local farmers, people growing locally, and trucking companies. And essentially we're in a situation now where we're going to be able to truck in staples like potatoes and carrots and grains at bargain basement prices, all from local sources. The third thing was a place to receive that food safely, securely, where it could be quarantined, cleaned, and then redistributed to the needy soup kitchens and feeding schemes in the area. Thankfully, I live in a place called Muizenberg, where our local community action network, Muizenberg Can, have been super organized. And they've already organized this. They've already got a facility, they've got volunteers, and they've been receiving donations of food already and essentially getting it all prepared. And so we can bolt onto what they're doing at first, which is incredible. They also were able to put me in touch with a guy called Asanda from one of the local communities called Vrygrond, where he was kind enough to take me around and show me what they are doing in response to this, how things are scaling up on the ground, and just give me a better insight into the situation. And so I think I'd like to hand over just to Asanda real quick to give you guys a better idea yourselves. They know you.
Yeah, they know me.
What are they shouting? DJ?
DJ too bad.
That's your DJ name?
That's my station.
Do you know how many soup kitchens or feeding schemes there are based here?
There was extended out 4 that they have like formal, and then we've created like extra 16, like a scale of like 20 stations now.
Okay, so there's 20 in total.
Yeah.
Asanda also introduced me to a few other local community members, heroes, doing what they can do to help.
At this time, we had the problem that we have never seen in our lives, to be locked down. There's soldiers outside and police. There's no food inside the house. I'm sure the orders of government to say people must stay inside, it can be applied nicely if there's food in the house.
Do you know how many people you're cooking for here? More or less every day?
The numbers are rising like every day. When you start cooking, we like say about 100, and but every day we're up to 200 now a day.
Every day between 1 and 3, or every couple of days?
No, not every day. We're not that. Our kitchen is not that privileged actually at the moment to cook every day. If I cook what I have, if I don't have to, like today, and then I will ask maybe also Sunday, I need rice, I need maize, I need something to cook today.
All right, so there you have it. That is just one example of a community nearby that has gone from 4 feeding schemes to about 20 kitchens just in a matter of weeks, responding to a growing need. And I would like to finally welcome you all to please be a part of what we are calling the Big Food Drive. And essentially, we have made a goal to try and raise 100,000 Rand, which is about 5,000 euros. And that equates when going into the feeding schemes in the model that we've put together, to about 10,000 meals, which is a lot. And what I've done is I'm going to be putting up 10,000 Rand, essentially the first truck of food from Jeremy Loops. And I am looking to raise another 9 full trucks of food in this community. Secretly, my hope is that we absolutely smash that amount and rally way past it. And that you guys could share this message, you could tag your friends in, you can bring as many people into it as possible, and we can try and raise as much as possible for as many soup kitchens. At first, it's going to be hyper localized to the south, down south where I'm from, but realistically, if we raise more and more money, we will be able to support the cans all over Cape Town and even go national with it and help implement these systems around. Essentially, there are lots of different organizations working in this space already. We just want to be one of them doing fundraising and trying to add capacity to everything going on. So if you are still with me, if you were going to come to any of my shows over the summer, and the chances of that are dwindling every day, don't be afraid, please, to donate to this cause. I promise you, you can trust that the money will go to good use. We're going to be getting truckloads of food thick and fast, and to the places that need them. I will be here to feed back to you as to how it's going, to show you the food that's coming in and where it's all going and how it's all working as much as I possibly can. And what I really need you guys to do is just spread this message far and wide and support this cause. So thank you for listening. Thank you for your time. The Big Food Drive is live right now. Go and support it, and yeah, share it far and wide. I love you all. I hope you're all safe. Thank you for your time.